Yo, welcome to the man cave. Drown they legends. WNBA news. We about to ring the bell. Leave Diggy, coach, yeah, we got the scoop. On and off the court, watch the power move. Yeah. From the hardwood glory to the locker room chats. We cover it all, ain't no need for no stats. Whoa. Sipping on knowledge, pouring out the truth. Supporting the queens who brings the fire, that's the proof. So sit back, turn it up, let the stories unfold. Yeah, WNBA, we bring the heat, the future's bold. In the man cave where the legends collide. Leaf Diggy and Coach Ed got that East Coast pride. What? WNBA vibes, we breaking it down. From the game to the grind, let's wear that crown. Yeah. Stay tuned in, we keeping it real. The stories of strength and the heart that you feel. Hey. Dishing out knowledge like assists we aim. Whoa. In the man cave where we elevating the game. Okay. So grab your seat, let the action ignite. Yeah, WNBA, we bring it to light. Keep it tight.
What's good? Salute, man. Salute. I know it's been a while, man. But we are back, man. Back in full effect, man. Talking WNBA, man. So much has been going on since we've been gone. I've been a little bit under the weather, but I'm feeling a lot better now. Coach is not going to be on with us tonight, man. Coach is not feeling well, so he will be out tonight, man, but he'll be back pretty soon, man. But until then, we are going to hold it down for Coach while we in here, man, talking about the WNBA and stuff like that, man. Hey, lots going on and stuff like that, man. But before we get started, man, we got to check in with my brother Leaf Diggy, man. How are you doing today, man? And how are you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling good, man. It's been a little dust up out in the west area. Just gotta stay away from the dust. So I'm staying inside, man. It's hot as hell. About almost over 100 or something every day for the last about 2 weeks, last 2-3 weeks, man. So I mean, that's this West Texas weather, man. But I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good, doing good. Liberty looking okay. And we getting back to it.
All right, man. So, yeah, with that being said, that's a perfect segue into what you're talking about, because our first topic is going to be about those New York Liberties, man. They have won 7 of their last 10. They are one of the hottest teams in the WNBA, along with another surprise, the Washington Mystics and the Golden State Valkyries, man. But we are going to talk about the Liberties, man. How are you feeling about the Liberties, man? 7-3 in this win streak. Those 3 losses was to Toronto in the Fever and also the Aces and stuff like that, but they got revenge on the Aces. But how are you feeling about the Liberties, man? And that's 10-game stretch and stuff like that. How do you feel their season? Is it back on track, or how do you feel?
I feel like it's much needed, for sure. Absolutely, man. I mean, we struggled on our way into the All-Star weekend. We basically limped out. I wouldn't even say limped. We struggled. We struggled for sure. A lot of these games were won down the stretch and against teams we were supposed to beat. The Aces, they rested Asia and Jackie and Chelsea. We were supposed to win that game. We won handily. A lot of the games in the past 7-8 games we were supposed to win, and we did do that. But a lot of things still haven't been fixed in terms of the turnovers, in terms of a lot of not taking care of the ball, in terms of empty possessions, in terms of missed possessions, in terms of defense, in terms of our effort. A lot of those things you still got to fix. The one thing I can say is that we have been closing games offensively. And of course, when you have Stewie, when you have JJ, when you have Sabrina, you have the capability of doing that. So it seems like we could just if we can hang in the games against basically any team, we got a shot, So, but we are who we are at this point in the season, man, and we got to look at it like we got to punch his chance to do something to possibly get back to the championship, if we can do that.
I know we got about 11 games left in the season now, because it's like we're 20-13. So 10. Yeah, about 10 games left in the season, man. So hey, this is the time where we talked about during the season, at the beginning of the season, and we got to make the run now if we're going to get back to where we're supposed to be at. I know it's going to be a tough uphill battle, but it's still, I ain't gonna say still disjointed a little bit, but they are scoring a lot of points. The Liberty game have been high scoring. I mean, so you got to beat them. If you're gonna beat them, you got to score a lot of points to beat them. You're not just gonna beat them and scoring like 70 or 80 points. But I know what's name Brianna Stewart and what's name Sabrina has really stepped up her game in these last 10 games, man, averaging over 20 points a game. Brianna Stewart has been like our really MVP of this season, man. Without her, man, she's been carrying the load. It's great to see, she's getting more help and stuff like that. And what's name had a big game in the last game, right? Coach, what's good? Salute, bro.
Come on, Coach.
Yes, sir. But like I said, what's the last game? What's that? Just that Johannes had like 27.
Yeah, she had 27 in the Aces game. She got in a pretty good shooting rhythm. A lot of the shots that she takes is just out of pocket, but I mean, she's known to hit those shots. I mean, you got to take them to make them. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, a lot of our team, in my personal opinion, I think is heavy offense. A lot of our bench, they want to come in and they want to shoot threes. We are who we are at this point in the season, Cave, man. We just gotta see if it actually works.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is.
So how you feel about, like I said, I mean, I know we always talk about when we play these high-powered teams and these aggressive teams and these teams just like real gritty and stuff like that and fast-paced, like gives us problems because, like I said, our athleticism is not as good as these other teams. It's like they're more spry and active and stuff like that, and they'll give us problems. But hopefully down the stretch, like I said, man, if these other girls can step up, like, Johannes, can step up, Phoebish, when she gets back, because she's been out for me. She's been out, and Sabli's been out, and that's another thing. See, we still have a couple of people out in and out of the lineup and stuff like that. We have yet to have these guys play like a full 10, 15 games together. 20 games at least, and this is the part of the season where you really need these guys to play a lot because the playoffs is right around the corner. And we're looking at the standings. I was looking at the standings today. Right now, we are in the 7th spot, and it's only 8 teams get in. So we're in the 7th spot. So we're right there at the bottom. Usually it's an unfamiliar place because usually we're in the top 3, top 4 at the latest, but it's the top 3. But right now you're at number 7. It's like a couple of games out and you could fall out because, hey, these teams are right there, man. So they got to pick it up. And like I said, they got to get together, man. They got to get it together. The bench got to keep on playing good. John Quill got to keep playing good. Like I said, but like what you said, the defense, our defense has got to step up and start playing a lot better. If we're going to make a run into the playoffs, we got to play much better defense because, hey, you're not going to outscore a lot of teams. It's like, so you have to play some defense, get some stops and stuff like that, and also show your championship caliber. You're a championship caliber team, but I know and I know that, it's been like a roster turnover, so it's not the same team from like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever it was and stuff like that. So you got more of an offensive-minded team than a defensive-minded team, and that's not a good recipe.
Yeah, I could agree with you. Coach was talking about how unhappy he was with us and with the coaching and with everything is going. But I just have to look at all the things that we are good at. I mean, we are good offensively. We are high powered offensively when we get rolling, when we play inside out, and the games that we have won. When Stewie and JJ is getting going. JJ has been very important in a lot of our wins from the wing because she's been able to play inside out and outside in. But a lot of it is going to we got to understand like a lot of it is not going to work against those certain styles that we can't keep up with. I had a podcast the other day about the Golden State Valkyries and their realistic chances of winning.
We're going to talk about them too, right?
Yeah, and Gabby Williams is looking like running away defensive player of the year, and we already know what their attitude is, man. Like they've been able to get contributions out of anybody because of their depth. Off the bench, Salon, Chen, so many other players off their bench have been able to contribute for them. But the Liberty, the one thing about us is that we're basically offense or bust. You know what I'm saying? We don't win the hustle battle. We don't win the a lot of the other battles in between in the games. If we're not shooting well, we don't win. It's just that simple.
Mm-hmm. I, I totally agree, man. And that's what I keep saying. Defense, you got to have a balance. You need a balance. You have to have a defensive stopper. You have to have some what's that, turnovers. You gotta get stops and stuff like that. It's like there's not a point in the game where I could count on was like, oh, I think we can make some stop. We could our defense can gear up and we're gonna make some stop and we're gonna slow the game down to a halt. I don't see that. I just don't see that. And just like you said, if we're gonna shoot teams out, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna shoot them out to win the games, because it's not, if it comes down to defense, we're not there with the defense, man. And like I said, in the playoffs, you're going to need defense, especially when we're up against Golden State, even Vegas, and then well, we already talked about the Lynx. Oh my God, that's gonna be the next segment. But yeah, man, like I said, the defense. I mean, but this is what we get with this coach, right? This is his mo. He's offense. It's nothing about defense, and sometimes that's not a good mix. We need a coach. If he's going to be offense, he need to be a defensive assistant coaches or something like that. Somebody has to be defense, because right now we're playing no defense whatsoever. I mean, our games are in the 90s. Every game is like 90 something.
It is.
02.
It is. That's it exactly. But a lot of people will want to say the coach. I'm giving the coach some grace because it's year one.
Yeah,
I would like to contribute this to the personnel.
true.
Like a lot of our personnel, if you look back to 2 years ago, it's night and day. Like literally, like we don't have the grit and grind players that put it all on the line when we won it all. We don't have we don't have anybody like Niara. We don't have any. We just got rid of Laney Hamilton. We don't have anybody like Kayla Thornton. We don't have anybody like that on our bench anymore. So realistically, realistically, when you go back to that team, and then you fast forward 2 years to what we have now, it's basically you done basically did a whole shift 180 into all right, we doing just this, and hey, that's gonna go how it's gonna go. And you see some teams do that after they win a championship or after they have success, and then you're looking at the front office like, what the hell is going on? So it's a lot of personnel issues that we have to fix after this season, and definitely for sure, because we got to get some hustle back, we got to get some grit back, and we got to get some energy players back.
Yeah, so like I said, like me and Lee be saying, like these last 10 or 11 games, whatever it's going to be, is going to show us to how we're going to, the season, how we're going to end this season and stuff like that. But if Satu Sabli and Phoebus is going to be in and out of the lineup, that's what I'm saying. We can't get no continuity and stability and stuff like that. But if they could come back, like I said, within the next game and play out the rest of the remaining season into the playoffs, that'll be a better sign, a good sign for us. But who knows, man? So, but yeah, that was a segment one on the New York Liberty, the Red Hot Liberty and stuff. Hopefully they can keep it going. Actually, they play tonight. They play in about 20 minutes or something like that, whatever. So yeah, they got to win this game tonight and stuff like that. But the next topic we're going to talk about is Sophie Cunningham and Dejanay Carrington, the foul. Everybody talking about this foul, but I'm about to show you Sophie Cunningham on one of her plays and stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna see her fouling, and then we're gonna see the foul that everybody's been talking about. So this is Sophie Cunningham's play right here. Fouling I guess the Connecticut Sun. So I'm gonna play it right now, and then like I said, here it goes right here, courtesy of Twitter.
This is the foul that made her viral. Yeah,
this the viral one, huh? It's like
just the viral one, yeah.
Against the Connecticut Sun, it's like she just said, "Come on, just bring her down." It's like she just brought her down. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said, it's a how far I was like, yo, but she didn't go for the ball or nothing. She didn't go for the ball or anything, man. She didn't go for the ball of anything. So I'll play it again and see. He's like this. So this is not an innocent player by any means. She's not an innocent player. You know, I
at
know
all.
what you're talking about, but this is not the first time she's done this. She's done this to other. I mean, not in probably in fashion like this, but she's known around the league for, for being bush league sometimes. You know what I'm saying? How a nice way to put it.
Very.
So when you see that type of foul, and then you're gonna see her foul, and then you're gonna see her foul, and you're gonna be like, oh, wait a minute, you know. So where we at? So how you feel about that? I'm just about Sophie Cunningham on that. It's like this. So it's like this. What does the old saying go? What's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. That's how it would go. I mean, obviously, it wasn't that foul was with intent. It wasn't a foul for the ball. It wasn't a foul. Going for the ball or anything, man. Like we all know what that was, man. I mean, I like, come on, man. Like, come on, come
Okay.
on, man. We don't even gotta we don't gotta go into the details, man. We already know what that foul was, man. Come on, man. It
Okay. So
wasn't a basketball play at all.
I'm going to show you her foul. I mean, the foul that she got fouled by what's the name by Dejanay Carrington and
Hmm.
everybody crazy. So as you can see it up on the screen.
Yeah.
There it is. Don't get me wrong. It's kind it's kind of a hard foul. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, she's used to she does those kind of fouls too. But like I said, yeah, going to the head. Like I said, I know she was going for the ball, but she never even got up to get the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The basket did count. Dejanay did
Hmm.
foul her. I mean, I'm not gonna say like she didn't. She did
Hmm.
go for the. She did hit her in the head. Um, it's not. It's really not distinct differences in between the fouls, in my personal opinion. But if uh, um if Sophie Cunningham committed that foul and she was ejected, and I believe she was ejected from that Connecticut game, if I'm not mistaken,
Right.
and Dejanay got ejected. I mean, I think it's sort of the same thing, but we notice somewhat of a trend when it comes to the Indiana Fever right now,
Hmm.
and they are they have what I like to refer to as random fundamentalists.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they have random fundamentalists, all in the name of what is now known, what a lot of people are now calling on the internet as Condoleezza Congress Clark. Yeah, I swear, I heard it this weekend, man, and I was just like, wow. Congress Clark. We all know that the WNBA has put a machine behind Caitlin Clark, and
Hmm.
we all know how machines work. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that was a foul. That was a foul, a non-basketball contact foul, and so was the one from the previous year that Sophie Cunningham committed. But the thing about Indiana is that, like, as long as you're not getting into the antics or anything of a Sophie Cunningham or the antics of their players, you could easily beat them. I mean, I can't really say anything about foul versus foul, man. Both were flagrant fouls, so it is what it is.
Yeah, and I see coach with his comment. He said, "Was Carrington right in saying it's all about white privilege?" And Carrington came out and said that what you call it, because I'll put it up there and stuff like that. Which she said she didn't link it to being ejected and all that stuff, because it's like a lot of things came out of that, man. A lot of things came out of that comment and stuff like that. So I'm about to put it up there. You see it up there. It says Carrington is black and Carrington is black and Cunningham is white. Carrington was ejected. She posted white privilege in all her caps on social media and tagged the Fever. Responding to a clip by Acho came out and said criticizing her. Carrington posted that she never once claimed that the assessment of the foul was white privilege. Try exercising your critical thinking skills. I know you study psych. Furthermore, I'm the last thing from ignorant or asinine when it comes to speaking on white privilege. Do your research on that one. Carrington wrote, I actually went to school, one of the top universities, might I add, to educate myself on this exact subject. I would never use that term as a rhetorical weapon, knowing the historical and social weight it holds without having the proper evidence to substantiate it. 20 and Carrington played for Stanford for 4 years before spending her final season of college ball at Baylor University. There's been no word from the WNBA on any additional punishment for Carrington. So, yeah, but I mean, when you say something like white privilege or something like that on, that's gonna be. I know, I probably went like probably millions and millions and millions of views because of that. It's like it just like went viral. It went viral like within seconds or something like that, man. And like I said, and looking at the play, like I said, was it a bad? It was a bad foul. Like I said, it was a foul. Like I said, she was trying to go for the ball, but guess what? When you don't jump and you just swing your arm, that's what's gonna happen because Cunningham got up higher than her, and that's why it looks the way it is. If Carrington would have jumped higher or whatever, she would have got the ball or something like that, but she didn't, and she just whacked her in the head. And and she did get ejected. She got, I mean, her stuff was it? She got a flagrant one on the court, but then they upgraded to a flagrant 2 after watching it, and it was justified. No, I mean nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, Sophie Cunningham, she's a player. Like I said, she's not a saint. She's not a, you know what I'm saying, or angel or something like that. So she knows all about this thing. She do the same thing too. So she's one of those, what you call it, kind of players, right? She's a real cocky kind of player, right? Which is, what I'm saying? It is what it is. But he's like, it's basketball. Like I said, hey, I guess the women games are saying, hey, they could play rough on the game on the court too. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good, man. But I ain't take too much from it. Like I said, a hard foul. She got ejected and stuff like that. That was it. We'll see when the next time they play each other. Of course, they're going to probably put that game on what you call it when they play each other, which I don't think is going to be too much, So I just look at it as like it was just basketball play. It happened, and we move on from it,
I agree.
So, you agree. So we'll go on to the next segment, man, which is going to be the question, man. The Valkyries and the Lynx, the team to beat in the WNBA for the championship. Is this a preview or of what's to come like between these two teams, or there's another team that you can put in there with those two? Because since Nafisa Collier got back, like I said, and I knew it, like I said, as good as the Lynx were, when she got back, I knew they was going to go up another notch. And like I said, and she's coming back at the right moment. 10 more games before the playoffs, they are going to hit their stride. They got everybody on their roster back, so they have full strength right now. And guess what? They are going to be a problem. Them and the Valkyries, man. It's kind of crazy that me, Leaf, and Coach talked about the Valkyries last year. Like, at first we was just saying like, like they wasn't going to be a team that's going to be competing because there was an expansion team that had all these players put on there, And then when the season started playing, I was like, wait a minute. This team looked like they got some. I mean, we knew their defense was good. We didn't know the defense was going to be. The defense was good last year, and we was like, they just need that one superstar player because they got everything in place. And then this season came, and we're saying the same thing. They're a good team, but they probably a year away. They need a superstar. They need that closer. But man, looking at them, I don't think they need the closer right now. I mean, this team is giving a lot of teams problems and giving them fits. Actually, they're the number one team right now, and they're a team that nobody really wants to play, man, is the Valkyries. But like I said, them and the Lynx together, like I said, that's going to be epic. Those games will be epic with the Lynx and the Valkyries. And I think those two are the top two teams. I know Vegas is up there. Fever are making a little run. And like I said earlier, another surprise team, man, is the Mystics, man. The Mystics, another team. Mystics, Dallas, the Dallas Wings. I mean, these teams are coming up, man. They're coming up. And then, hey, right behind them, hey, do not sleep on the Seattle Storms. They got a good young team, and they're just like puppies right now, but they're going to be coming too because they can score. The Storm can score, and they got a lot of size. Man, I was like, man, he's like this 7'6", whatever, 6'3" guard. They shooting like 3-point shots. The Storms, I was like, yo, this team is this WNBA league, man. Hey, they're coming up. These teams are coming up. They're getting the talent, and like I said, the talent is starting to play. The talent is starting to rise on all these teams. They're starting to rise. no more. We seem like, oh, they're gonna be like 2-3 years away. Nah, they ready. Like I said, they sounding ready. If they do it this year, like I said, the Storms is they gonna be the team for next year too. They gonna be like how the Golden State and Washington is, man. But for right now, like I said, the top two teams that I think can win can win it all, man. Like I said, I know the Aces, the Liberty, the Fever, and the thing is in it, but I think it's the Valkyries and the Lynx. So, hey, Leaf, I'm gonna let you talk about it. What do you think? Which one of these teams, or you think both of them can do it?
I think the Valkyrie is a little bit more dangerous. The Valkyrie, I think they have all the ingredients of a championship team. Best defense, great 3-point shooting, one of the best benches in the league. They get a lot of production out of their bench. Those are three things that that a lot of teams need to basically succeed in any postseason in any format. They're well coached. They understand that defense is their calling card, and one of the best transition defense. Second best net rating in the league. I think behind Minnesota. Um, they have been all of that. I think if I had to give the edge to a team, I would give the Valkyrie the edge just because of their reserves. They've been able to get plenty of bench production. We know that firsthand. We seen them. They just kicked the crap out of us like it wasn't nothing, man. They dusted us up, man, like not once but twice, and it wasn't even close. The Valkyrie, I think they have run the table most of the year, and I think their identity is 100,000. They are 10 toes down on their identity, very strong. They just got other things going well for them. Their benches are going to be one of their X factors going in. Um, I'm not as high on as Minnesota as I once was, and I got reasons for it. But because they have second to the worst bench in the league, and they've been leaning on their starters to play heavy minutes, 30 something minutes. Like this is looking like Tom Thibodeau, which you know very well about. So I mean, so realistically, man, I'm concerned of what's going to happen when it's time to use those reserves in the playoffs for Minnesota, because Minnesota, they have been very top heavy for the last 2 years. I had somebody tell me he said he think Minnesota might be a great regular season team, but coming to playoffs they can be had. They're one of those teams, even though they got Nafisa back. Nafisa probably is far from the MVP caliber defensive caliber player that she was a year or 2 years ago because of the injury. I think this team is more in the hands of Olivia Miles. She sets the table for them. She's the table setter for them. They have closers. They have Courtney. They have Courtney Williams. Taylor McBride went for 43. Just the other day. She had 10 threes in that game. Broke a record. But when it's time to lean on the others in terms of their reserves, they have been almost dead last in the league all year long. So it's going to be interesting to see what they could do, how far they could get going as top heavy as they are. So these are questions. Yeah, definitely, coach. Those are questions about the Vegas bench and Vegas in terms of their top three stars, because Asia Wilson looked tired, but I'm gonna get to that in a minute. I'm gonna get to that later on. But if I had Washington, you mentioned Washington, and I think Washington is a team not to be played with right now, because they have found something towards the end of that All-Star break, and they have not looked back. They have found something, man. They have won some. They have won some very key games.
Didn't they beat the Valkyries?
Did they beat no. I think they beat beat
Atlanta. They beat the Aces. I think that they beat the Aces.
Yeah, I think they beat the Aces, and they definitely beat Atlanta. They was manhandling Atlanta this past weekend, man. That they were manhandling them, man. That was just an absolute thrashing almost. The game, the final score of that game doesn't tell the story, They're getting a lot out of their bench too. Pay attention to Cody McMahon, Prosper, and of course Miss Lauren Betts. Man, they
Mhm.
listen. I can
Prosper.
tell
I
you
mean,
for sure,
Prosper. Mhm.
Prosper, and Cody McMahon have been coming up very, very big for that team. Off the bench for Washington, and
Mhm.
they've been getting solid. They've been getting incredible minutes out of Miss Lauren Betts, man, and Cody McMahon. But
Shakira Austin been playing like a dog.
Shakira Austin has been playing at an amazing level. She's been out of this world. Double doubles left and right. Her Kiki, Sonia Citron, man,
Mhm.
Amori,
Yeah.
they have been in sync. They have been locked in since this past All Star break, and they have won some key games. This is a team that started under 500, probably like the first month for over the first month of the season, and they have
Mhm.
not looked back. They have found something. I thought I had that team being a young team in the future. You talked about Seattle. Seattle's already eliminated from the playoffs. You talked
Mhm.
about teams like that, those type of young teams. I had Washington on that same scale,
Mhm.
probably as well as Dallas. I think Dallas started to slip a little bit.
Mhm.
I think they starting to get figured out because it seems like Paige got to do she's being pulled in so many different directions to do so
Mhm.
many different things. But Washington, they're ahead of schedule, and I don't think
Mhm.
they have looked back. That is not a team that you want to see right in the beginning, man. I like if it was up to me, I would go sick them on Golden State Valkyrie because I think that is gonna be a bar fight of a series.
Mhm.
That's gonna be one of them series, man. Like yo, where everybody jump in, grab a bottle, somebody crack somebody over the head, and then we all keep rolling. And the next thing you know, we all in the fight. You know,
Right.
so two teams I don't want to see: the Valkyrie, and Washington, Minnesota, Dallas. I mean, I think I'm okay on them, but I do not want to see Washington. I do not want to see Golden State under no circumstances.
Okay, so those your teams for play. Like I said, I still gonna say Golden State and Minnesota because, like I said, Caleb McBride, she's playing like a dog, and like I said, Nafisa, she's got to get, she's gearing back up. You know what I'm saying? 10 games left, and then the playoffs come. Is like she's gonna be back in our MVP form, man. Like I said, she's a dog, man. She's like Gabby Williams, man. She's a great defensive player, things like that. Courtney Williams has been a dog. You know what I'm saying? All season long for him, and of course. Olivia Miles got to be the WNBA Rookie of the Year. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know AZ Fudd is cool and all that stuff, but hey, man, Olivia Miles, what she's doing right now, got her team number one right now, man. Number one without their MVP player, man. Number one. I mean, leading a team. It ain't like she's just barely getting them. She got them to number one, and which call it now the MVP is runner up MVP is back. That's gonna help them even more. But you said like their bench, like I said, and they've been leaning on their starters. But the thing about it is they look like they look like they got a lot left in the tank and stuff like that. I could see if they gas by the time the playoff, but Courtney Williams, like I said, she ain't slowing down anytime soon. What you call it? Kayla McBride, like I said, she's like shot out of a cannon, man. She's always on 10, on 1,000. I mean, she's on 1,000. Olivia Miles, like I said, she's a steady, she's almost like a steady vet, and she's only a rookie. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, she could make things happen. She make plays happen. And like I said, Nafisa, and then can't forget about Natasha Howard. Natasha Howard has been great this season and stuff like that. So we gonna see. But yeah, Golden State is what you call, like I said, they're giving teams fits, like I said, and your assessment with the Mystics is a good comparison because Mystics they deep. They're deep. When you got a team that's deep, just like how Golden State is deep, it's gonna be a problem and stuff like that, man. And like I said, everybody's stepping up, man. Everybody is stepping up, man. Like I said, everybody is stepping up and making it, very, very interesting. Like I said, and the Fever, yeah, Aaliyah Boston, Caitlin Clark, all that, you know what I'm saying? It's good, bro. Yeah, like I said,
Jay, what up?
it's like, yo, man, I'm just like, I'm cool with that. Like I said, man. But hey, I won't be surprised if Washington can upend somebody, man. I would not. It would not surprise me. They make the playoff
It,
and they can take somebody out. They're gonna take somebody out. So I mean, I won't be surprised. And Lauren Betts, like I said, Lauren Betts coming off the bench or whatever. Shakira, like I said, Shakira Austin is playing like like she's Hakeem Olajuwon out there. I mean, I've been watching some game. I'm
God,
like,
Jesus, like, man, Cave, man. Listen, I don't know what fire got lit under that team. Before the All-Star break, the coach was looked at as this idiot, complete idiot. They
right.
didn't know what he was doing. What is going on? Who's supposed to be the point guard of this team? They have flipped a switch in that locker room, and they have put something together. Sonia, Amori, Prosper, they have been shooting lights out. Shakira has been on fire, man. Like I'm telling you, man. Like she is. Listen, and then you got on top of that, you got Lauren Betts coming off the bench.
Mm.
Like I looked at the roster of this team early in this season. I'm like, if this team ever figures something out, I don't think they're going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the time they figure something out this season. Cave, I thought they was maybe a year, maybe
right.
another year ahead or something like that. They have figured it out already.
Mm-hmm.
They have figured it out already, man. I like avoid them, avoid Golden State at all costs. Don't play them teams.
Yeah, we got to put Washington up there now. Before the season, so we said Washington's still young. They little puffs. You said, but they coming. Dallas, they coming. Dallas and Washington was two teams that they coming, and they still gonna be coming. But like I said, Washington has just moved up, man. Washington is like is crazy. I think they won 8 in a row or 9. They won something. They've won since the break, 9-1 or 8-2 since the break or something like that, man. They've been going crazy, man. And like I said, they have a deep team. They have a deep team. Like I said, they got players off the bench. Like I said, Prosper. I watched some of the games with Prosper coming. I was like, yo, she's taking it to the rack. And also, of course, Kiki Arif. You know what I'm saying? Is like, hey, she's a double machine, rebounding and all that stuff. Sonia Citron has been playing like a vet. Like I said, she's a two-time All-Star in the second year in the league. You know what I'm saying? She's like a perennial All-Star, going to be a perennial All-Star, something like that, man. So it's going to be great, man. It is going to be absolutely great. Man, like I said, man. Yeah. So Golden State he said Golden State and Washington is like, yo, we'll see. But for right now, to me, it's Golden State and the Lynx for right now. The Aces, like I said, of course, the Aces are always going to be there because of the reigning MVP, Asia Wilson. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. I wanted to answer what's his name question back there. Jake says, should Seattle continue to tank for Juju Watkins? Man, if they get Juju Watkins on that Seattle team,
yes.
bro, I'm telling you, they are a good.
They already listen. The way I see it, they already out of the playoffs. They already been eliminated from the playoffs. They dead last, and I would like to venture to believe that after this year, because there's another expansion team coming. By the way, there's the Sirens are coming. The Cleveland Sirens are coming. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how many players you can protect. I don't know how many players that can be protected. Scrubsy, what's going on? But I would say Seattle should go all in. Go all in for Juju, man. Like if you're gonna go all in, at the hell with it, man. Like we trying to get as much young talent as possible. Mm-hmm. That's what we're trying to get. We are rebuilding our team. This is what we're doing. This is the draft. We got our picks. We're doing it through this. That's how we doing it, you know. So I say absolutely, man. You got Malanga, you got Flaugier. Build, continue to build around those pieces.
Fam.
Mm-hmm.
Fam.
Yeah.
Fam. And
Fam. It like.
Oh yeah, man. Also, who's the other girl coming off? It's like I know they got Flaugier and who's off the bench? It's somebody. Hairston, they got some other ones, man. Seattle, like I said, I watched. They're starting to score a lot of points. Seattle's starting to score a lot of points.
I forgot.
On Seattle, it's some other.
I like Malanga. I think Zaya Cook. I think that's what you're talking about. But Malanga, they went all in on Malanga, and I think they are very impressed with Malanga's progress, man. Because she came in very like they as sort of an experiment. She still kind of is, but as long as she gets to pick up more reps and pick up more of the way the WNBA is played, because
Mm-hmm.
she's all of 6'6". She
Mm-hmm.
can dunk in at like two hands, one hand. She can pack it. So I think her progress, Flage's progress, Zai Cook's progress, and whoever else they continue to get, man, they gonna bunch it all together and they gonna have a nice young team, in the upcoming years. So I say go all in for Juju. But like Juju is out in the West. Get y'all out in the West. Go get Juju if you can. Go
Mm-hmm.
for it.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. If they can get that, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He said the Cleveland Sirens. Yeah. I don't know why they didn't choose the Rockers. I don't know what happened. The Cleveland Sirens, man. I was like the Rockers. The Rock.
Well, I got it. Well, it was a couple of people, because I had pod a bit these past
Mm-hmm.
couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they wasn't too mad at the Sirens. Cleveland people in Cleveland wasn't too mad at the Sirens. The Rockers
Mm-hmm.
was more of the like reference to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but I mean a
Yeah.
lot of people don't really go to Rock and Roll Hall of Fame too much no more in Cleveland. But the Sirens they all right with it. I mean I didn't mind it.
But we were trying to bring back the old teams like the Comets, the Rockers, all these teams. Just
Yeah, the comment. Well, we got the. Well, the thing is, I don't think they have with the team names. You got to get clearance for that because they almost
clearance.
got it. WNBA had got into an issue with trying to get the comments
The legal
because
issue.
the comments they were in sort of a struggle to try to get the comments and get them
Mm-hmm.
back. They get the Houston comments. They were going to bring the team back to Houston, but they don't know it was going to be the
Mm-hmm.
Houston comments. So Detroit Shock, they gotta make sure they get the check mark for them. They gotta make
So
sure they get the check mark for the Sacramento Monarchs and any other team that they're gonna bring. So the names are important because those are copyright situations. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So those are it's a lot of money into some of these names, some of the teams. So um, people got to be careful because ever since the Washington changed their name from the Redskins to the Commanders, you got to be careful now.
Yeah.
Like you got to be real careful. Like the Cleveland Indians, they went to the Guardians. You know what I'm saying? So like
Man, I used to like the
it's
tribe.
it's
The
it's
tribe.
it's not what you think it is today, man. Like I mean, all of those old names that we grew up on and that
Right.
was around for years and years and years, like it, yeah, like people didn't had enough. I mean, and companies we the one thing that the WNBA has a lot of is
Trademark.
sponsors,
Trademark. Trademark. Yep.
trademarks and sponsors. They all in conjunction like, hey, we don't need to be affiliated with a team that's named this that and the third, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So
Right.
they gonna do that.
Okay,
So
man. Yeah.
those are legal issues, man. So like you got to be careful.
Yeah, man. But I want to thank everybody for tapping this live stream, man, for Courtside View in the W, man, hosted by me, the Man Cave, S. God, and my man, Leaf Diggy. Make sure you go and subscribe, man, to the Man Cave podcast, Aboriginal Sports Network, Hardcore Sports Network, and Leaf. Leaf, make sure you put yours in a your link in there.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you put it in there and go and subscribe, man. Subscribe, man. It costs you nothing. It is totally free, man. And if you're following on X, formerly Twitter, all you got to do is hit the follow button for Hardcore Sports Network, Aboriginal Sports Network, Leaf Diggy, the Man Cave podcast, as well as Coach Ed Sports, man. Make sure you go and support it, man. Like I said, bring your WNBA action. Like I said, Coach ain't on here tonight, but hey, we're gonna keep the ball rolling, man. We're gonna keep it rolling. Like I said, bring you WNBA action and stuff like that, man. So it's all good. So we're gonna get to the fourth topic, man. And this one I know it hurts a little bit because like I said, man, another one of the gritty players again leaving the Liberty, man. Is just like, come on, Benaja Laney Hamilton, a key cog in our championship season, man. Just a couple of seasons ago, man, she was like, winning a championship with her, with her teammates and stuff like that, man, bringing real joy to the city of New York, man, and stuff like that, winning a championship, man. And just like we talked about earlier, slowly but surely, the Liberty roster is like a little overhaul, a turnover. We used to have a deep team with gritty players and stuff like that. Now they're all gone. Nair Sabli's gone. Like I said, Kayla Thornton's gone. Now Benazia's gone. What's the name? Natasha Cloud was in for one season. She's gone. He's just like toughness and defense and stuff like that, man. What's the Stokes? You know, so hey, man, don't. I don't understand this move. Like I said, I was thinking this season when I was like, why is she not playing? Or is she playing sparingly? I was like, is it because of the injury? She hasn't really healed from it. I don't know what's going on because we don't know sometimes what's going on behind the scenes. But it's just the way they was playing her. Is just like she wasn't even playing. Even when players were hurt, they was out. She wasn't even. I'm like, why she's not playing? We need her. And they just was like, I don't know her philosophy. I mean, the coach's philosophy didn't mesh with her style, but you should be able to play a player like that, and Liberty somehow, waived her, but I don't know. I guess in the back, she asked for her release too. I don't know how happened, but it's like I said, I would too if I'm not playing, and I'm part of a team that won a championship, and I'm like, I just see my role reduced. I would be like, yo, what's going on? I know it's a new coach, but I'm back. I'm healthy. I was out last season, but I'm healthy. I'm ready to play. And like I said, to us, it's a loss, saying because she was one of the players, like I said, you could count on Benaja, to make some plays, defensive plays, or some big shots when we needed it and stuff like that. She was one of the glue on the team and stuff like that. Now she's gone to the Mystics, a team that don't really need help right now, and they getting more help, right? And she's going to play. And even if, let's say, she's going to be a great veteran presence for that team. So it's going to help them, man. But when I heard it and when I saw, I was just like, it hurt my heart because I was like, yo, she's one of our players, man. Why are we just letting her go for no reason? And it's towards the end of the season, almost to the playoff time. It's like we need her. So, but I'll let Leaf take it to see how it's his feelings about this whole thing. I know it's about the same, like a lot of Liberty fans just confused.
Kennedy Burke,
Yara
Sabali, Kayla Thornton, Courtney Vandersloot, now Laney Hamilton, all from our championship team, all gone. That's 5 rotational players that we had that were key contributors in that run and were key contributors in that season, all gone, all of them. And remind you, we still got Phoebish, who was on that team, and Sabali Satu. We had baby Sabali when we won it all, but now we got Satu. Satu, we don't know when Phoebus or Satu are coming back. Satu came in the season, just not there physically. Like you could see it. You could see it, man. Listen, Satu, she yammed up like crazy, man. But like you could see that she wasn't all. Yeah, you could see that she wasn't in basketball form. And a lot of the injuries that were basically question marks coming into this season and in other seasons, she had them then. She just had injuries. She just couldn't get right. Phoebish is one of those do it all players for us, and whatever happened, yeah. So that's 5. That's 5 key players from our championship roster. That's gone. Just gone. So I don't know. I don't know what the front office got going. I like whatever they got going, man. I hope, man, like they could clean this up, man. Like, or they could rectify this situation, man, because that hurt my heart, man. But Benasia, man, she was that hurt our hearts. That was just like, just boom. I don't know. That's all I got for that, man.
He just saying, like, yo, like I said, you turn around 2 years ago, this is a different team, man. It's like it's almost like you don't even know all these players, man. You just know that like the starters who were there, but other than that, everybody else is new, like Ostier, some of the other ones is like, what's that? Foxo? I can you say her name. Yeah, the other guard and stuff like that, man. Is like, yo, it's just totally changing, man. Like I said, but hey, the proof is in the pudding. We'll see in the playoff, right? If everybody's healthy, we'll see how they're going to perform because this is the team that they wanted. So we'll see how they're going to perform against these other teams, like you talk about the Valkyries, the Lynx, the Aces, and hey, the Mystics. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to be all right there, man. But Naja Laney, man, hey, from the bottom of our hearts, for all Liberty fan, man, we would thank you for all you've done for the organization, and you will always be a New York Liberty man. You know what I'm saying? Once a Liberty, always a Liberty man. Sure, love all these ladies that come through, play for us and stuff like that, especially the ones that gave us our first championship, man, in the WNBA, man. First championship, man. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Unbelievable, man. But as we always do, we're going to finish with the power rankings. And, hey, Leaf, you might be kind of surprised with some of the power rankings, man. I looked at some of the I was like, okay, we'll see. I'll read them off to you, and then you'll see if this is do you agree with it or not? So we will see the power rankings. The first up, the Minnesota Lynx, 27-7. They were ranked number one the week before, which they got the best record in the league. So yeah, 27-7. The next 7 days they play at Portland and at Vegas, so they'll be on the road for 2 more games and stuff like that. So they're number one. Number 2 is the Aces at 22-11. Their previous rank, they was number 3. They move up 1 spot, and their next games are going to be against Washington tonight. Washington back to back. Washington tonight, and then Washington on the 13th, and Minnesota. So they got 3 tough games in a row. Wow. Washington back-to-back and Minnesota. Man, Washington beat them already, and I think it's so, hey, they're probably going to try to get revenge on Washington. All right, so number 3 is the Fever at 20-12. Their next game, they're playing the Liberties tonight, and then they're going to play Dallas on the 14th and then at Atlanta on the 16th. So the Fever next 3 games is the Liberty tonight, Dallas, and the Dream. Coming in at number 4 is the Valkyries at 23-9. Their previous rank was 5th, which I'm kind of surprised, but they moved up 1 spot to number 4 at 23-9. The next games are against Chicago and Dallas within the next 2 games. Number 5 is the Mystics, who have moved up from number 6 to number 5. Mystics 19-12. Their next 3 games, like I just said, Vegas back-to-back in Vegas, and then they got the Sparks August 15th. Number 6 team is the Atlanta Dream. They were 4th, and they dropped from 4th to 6th. The Dream are 20-12. Their next games against Connecticut and Indiana. So the number 7 team is our New York Liberty at 20-13. Their previous rank was number 8, so they moved up 1 spot to number 7. Their next games against the Fever tonight, the Sparks, and then at Connecticut. So some winnable games that the Liberty can hurry. If they can get those, they can get back into this, man, and move up some more rankings. Number 8 is the Dallas Wings. They move from number 7 down to number 8. They're 19-14. Next 3 games against Toronto, at the Fever, and then Golden State. So Toronto, Fever, and Golden State. Number 9 team is the Portland Fire at 13-19. Portland is the next game is Minnesota tomorrow. Then they got Seattle and Phoenix. Number 10 is the Sky. The Sky is at number 10, 12-21. Their next games are against Golden State and Seattle. 2 tough games against Golden State and Seattle. Number 11 is the Sparks at 12-19. They moved up 1 spot from number 12. Their next game is Phoenix, New York, and Washington. So they got some tough games coming up against New York and Washington. Number 12 is the Connecticut Sun at 8-23. Their next game is against Atlanta and New York, but the Sun is at number 12. Number 13 is the Phoenix Mercury. Wow, they're at 12-22 on the season. Next game is against the Sparks and Portland. And number 14 is the Toronto Tempo. They're at 10-22, and their next game is against Dallas. And the last team on here is the Seattle Storm at 7-28. Their next game is against Portland and Chicago. So, Leaf, looking at these power rankings, how do you feel about these power rankings? And are they what you think they're going to be? Minnesota at 1, Vegas at 2, Fever at 3, and Golden State at 4, Washington at 5, Atlanta at 6, New York 7, Dallas 8, Portland 9. So, how do you like that rankings, or do you agree with that ranking?
Um, the Aces in Indiana, they have done. I don't think they've done anything realistically to be in top three. In the past, since the past rankings period. Golden State, they have ran the table with some of these teams, man, and a lot of people believe that Indiana has hit a stride. Maybe they hit somewhat of a stride um against some teams. They've won some important games. Minnesota, obviously, they belong where they at. They best team in the league. They ran away with it regular season, but I think Golden State, they have like at least touched the surface. The
Mm-hmm.
Aces, I believe they just trying to get rest and get in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana, I maybe I still put them in top five.
Mm-hmm.
Washington has surprised us all. Because
Mm-hmm.
they basically rose from the ashes of what was not going to be a playoff appearance, and now they all in it. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is, man. But I would definitely have Golden State at 2, probably the Aces at 3, and Indiana at 4. That's what would be my changes.
Okay. You know what? I mean, I could kind of agree, but I'm gonna go the other way though. I think I'm gonna put Washington at 4, move Indiana down at 5.
Yeah. See, you speaking my language.
Yeah,
I like it.
I
I
think I'm
like
gonna
it.
do that.
See.
Right,
I knew it was something. I knew you was on to something that I like. I just wasn't gonna go there, man. I was trying to keep it cordial, but
right.
yeah, you did it. You did it.
I think
He
the Mystics.
decided to jump that rope. He was just like, you know what?
He
I'm
said, "Let me
jumping
see.
this, man.
I'm jumping in
Get
this
me over
mug." I'm
this.
say, man, let me get with Washington Mystics, man. Like I said, the Mystics. Like I said, man. I'm telling you right now, if they play Indiana, they could be a problem with Indiana, man. That would be a great series and stuff like that because they got some bigs that can go with Aaliyah Boston. You know what I'm saying? They got Shakira Austin, and they got Lauren Betts, man. So they got some bigs, and they deep. They have a bench. They got a bench, man. They have a bench. And like I said, Kelsey, don't give me a Kelsey Mitchell is a dog, Leah Boston, but I think the Mystics might have a little bit more, man. And it's kind of strange you saying that right now because, like I said, in the beginning of the season it wasn't anything, but the way these girls are playing, they're playing with a lot of confidence. They are got a lot of confidence. They don't care who they playing. And like I said, actually Washington playing the Aces tonight, right? Yeah, they're playing the Aces tonight because the Aces rested their starters against New York, so they're gonna have their full squad tonight. So that should be another good game because I think that I keep saying the Mystics beat the Aces one of those games. I think they came back and beat them. I think they came back and beat. I have to look. I think they came back and beat them, but yeah, man. So the power rankings, yeah, of course, Minnesota's number one because, like I said, they have the best record. But Golden State is right there, 1-1A, man. Golden State is right there because Golden State could beat any team in the league. They could beat any team in the league, man. That's a tough out for anybody. Like I said, you play them in a series. Like I said, man, you're gonna have to bring your track shoes. You're gonna have to bring your lunch pail and your hard hat when you play the Valkyries and stuff like that. So it's not gonna be an easy series against anybody. But hey, like I said, Washington is another team that's just like up and coming. Like I said, they're gonna give people a problem, like Leaf said and stuff like that. But yeah, man, it has been great. Like I said, number two, like I said, yeah, I'll put the Valkyries at number two, and then like I said, the Aces is about three, but I will put the Mystics at four and stuff like that, and the Fever right there at five, and then after that, in the Atlanta Dream, like I said, Atlanta, like I said, I mean, that was my dark horse this season. Like I said, Atlanta should be one of the top teams and stuff like that. I know what's name just came back off for them, Jones, Brianna Jones, and stuff like that. Another big body for them, to help out Angel Reese and stuff like that. So that should be good, So that's what they're gonna need. But like I said, Alicia Gray, Angel Reese, Ryan Howard, starting to, take form and stuff like that. So the playoff series is gonna be a great series, man. The top 8 teams are gonna be great. All top 8 teams are going to be great. Let me see. He said these Knicks are champions. Jake Smith. He said the next 6 games will tell which Indiana team I will see going forward. Yeah, Indiana. Like I said, the thing with Indiana is like they and that's another team that scores a lot. They don't play too much defense, but they score a lot too and stuff like that. So, we'll see what's going on with Aaliyah Boston, Caitlin Clark. Like I said, the team's going to try to expose her more on defense. And nothing with Caitlin Clark. She got away with that technical foul, right? They rescinded that technical foul, so they rescinded that quick because she was going to be suspended for that next game and stuff like that. But they said they rescinded it with the quickness.
You know what happened, right? So they rescinded it. Somebody on the commentary said they can't suspend her, man. They got a game on ESPN. Their next game is on ESPN. They really said that live though. They ain't even try to hide it or nothing, man. Like they said that live. I'm like, okay,
That's crazy, man.
that's wild.
He said the next game is on ESPN, and ESPN's like, wait a minute, we need the ratings. We got to have her in the game. We have to have her.
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
Game.
So they rescinded that quickly. And the crazy part is she knew it. She already knew it. She was just like, what's
Right. Yeah, and the thing with her, man,
what did I do?
But you know what, her, like I said, don't worry about it. She gonna get it because the way she is. I mean, she ain't gonna stop. She's gonna keep going after the referees and stuff. So it's gonna happen. One of these games, it's gonna happen because her emotions get the best of her a lot. It gets the best of her, and especially the one when she went to
it
referee,
does.
like 3 games ago. I forgot what game when she really got in the referee. She was like, and she like threw her hands.
Yeah.
And, like, I was like, what? I was like, you didn't throw this chick out. You got to throw her out. What are you doing?
No, because the thing is like when the WNBA basically puts a machine behind you, they basically lifting you up with a soft hand. And when they lift you up with a soft hand, they basically telling everybody that's involved, yo, she could do whatever she want. Everybody else, nah. And that's basically what we're seeing in real time. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, can't nobody say we ain't seeing it. So we seeing it in real time. So it is what it is. But
yeah, man, I know, man. So it's just like it's crazy, man. But man, another episode of the WNBA Courtside View in the W, man. Thank all you guys for tapping in this live stream. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you're going to subscribe to the Man Cave Podcast, as well as the Aboriginal Sports Network, the Hardcore Sports Network, Leaf Diggy, as well as Coach Ed Sports. The links are right there in the chat. If you want to scroll up and just subscribe, man. It costs you nothing. It is totally free, man. And like I said, if you're following on X, formerly Twitter, all you got to do is hit the follow button, man. Watch and just hit it, man. It's free. Like I said, man, for me, like I said, I'm going to be back next week doing this, the W with my brother Leaf. Also, I'll be there with, Unpopular Opinion Sports, Big Pass Sports Talk. You know how it is, man. Football, football is back around the corner. So I'll be on with these guys and stuff like that, man. So, we'll see you pop up and stuff like that. And make sure, man, go and subscribe to Leaf Diggy, man, because, Leaf is the league right now. It's one of the hottest show on YouTube right now. Make sure you go and subscribe. If you haven't catch it, make sure you go catch it. Go watch those replays, man, because I'll be watching it at work and stuff like that, man. I'm loving it and stuff like that. Giving the thumbs up, the like button and stuff like that, man. It is great, man. Leaf is the league, man. Like I said, he been putting in that work, man, So make sure you go and subscribe to it, man. And like I said, Leaf, you got anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Yes. Leaf is the league. Will continue. The NBA marquee games, the opening night games, and the Christmas games have been announced. Plus, we're gonna get into the talk about what is the most stacked Eastern Conference in the NBA that we've seen in years. And I'm talking about years, not Jordan, not LeBron. Well, you could say LeBron now because he's back in the East, but this is arguably the most stacked Eastern Conference that we have seen in years. Coming up this year, man, I'm going to be going over Eastern Conference rankings, potential rankings this upcoming season. Of course, I'm going to be talking about my side of things, man, where this stamps at. And, of course, the rest of the league. Definitely going to be following what's going on in the WNBA playoffs. Also, I did put out some recently a little bit of how the running backs can change the new running back market can change the NFL for the next 5 to 10 years.
Okay, cool.
So
man.
Stay tuned on that.
All right, he said Liberty look like they in trouble right now. They down 42-30 right now on the road at Indiana.
We are.
Right now.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
But like I said, hey, those two teams, they're gonna score points, man. So you already know how it is. It's gonna be no defense playing, man. So it's gonna be a shootout tonight, man. So we will see how it go, man. But like I said, hopefully even next week, saying they'll win a couple of these games and like I said, get themselves back up there and get right back in stride, man. But until next time, man, we will see you guys, man. You guys have a great night, man. And like I said, make sure you come back next week. We will be back. Like I said, Coach may or may not be back, but hey, we'll be back next week. And the courtside view in the W, man. Until next time, man, we see you guys. Peace.
Yo, welcome to the man cave. Drown they legends. WNBA news. We about to ring the bell. Leave Diggy, Coach we got the scoop. On and off the court, watch the power move. From the hardwood glory to the locker room chats. We cover it all, ain't no need for no stats. Sipping on knowledge, pouring out the truth. Supporting the queens who brings the fire, that's the proof. So sit back, turn it up, let the stories unfold. Yeah, WNBA, we bring the heat, the future's bold. In the man cave where the legends collide. Leaf Diggy and Coach Ed got that East Coast pride. What? WNBA vibes, we breaking it down. From the game to the grind, let's wear that crown. Yeah. Stay tuned in, we keeping it real. The stories of strength and the heart that you feel. Dishing out knowledge like assists we aim. In the man cave where we elevating the game. So grab your seat, let the action ignite. Yeah, WNBA, we bring it to light. Keep it